Both teams looking to get back to winning ways that Manchester City just have. After 4 games without one, they have a win. Much to the relief of Pep Guardiola, beating Luton Town by 2-1. Jack Grealish is the match winner. And you can understand why, the way that first half has gone.
Yeah, frustrating for a Man City point of view. Not created anywhere near as much as they could and should have. But I think all the credit has to go to Luton. I think they've been unbelievable, well organised, direct when they had to be. Great attitude, and got the goal just before half-time, so it's been pretty much perfect from them.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier on about your manager wanting pressing and work rate. Luton have been right in Manchester City faces.
Yeah, I think they've got the blend perfectly right at the moment. You know, they're pressing high when they need to, and then they sit nice and compact in their low block. So yeah, you know, they've got the blend right so far. And
the assist came from a man you know well, Andros Townsend, for the goal, right on the stroke of half-time.
Yeah, Andros don't need any invitation off either foot to put that ball in the box, and that's the instruction from the manager, and he chops it back onto his left foot, and you know exactly. Do you remember, if Adebayo, he knows exactly when that's coming in. He doesn't hang about, you know, they moved the ball around actually for a few times. Barkley used some skill, which is what he's got, you know, showing his skills there, and then Doughty travels forward, Andros will be saying to it now, just roll it in there. And he doesn't matter what foot it comes, he just chops it to the back post, and it's a great jump above Diaz. I think Ederson has to do better. As soon as that ball leaves Andros' foot, I think he has to come and take everything, whether he can collect it or he punches it. Adebayo does brilliantly, just peels away from Diaz. There's only one winner of that ball.
It's brilliant for a dreamland for a centre forward. But we're sat here knowing what Andros is going to do because we've watched him for years. That's what he does. That's what he's good at. He's picked his spot, but what a header. The leap is amazing. I mean, he gets the flight of the ball quicker than Diaz, and it's a fantastic header. Keeper's got no chance of it. But from a Man City point of view, I mean, I think he needs to get tighter on the cross to stop the cross, because we know what he's going to do. If he goes down on his right, OK, so what? But he's got to stop that cross quicker, and the defender's got to do better with the ball in. Brilliant from a Luton point of view, though.
Now, someone in this room pinpointed Luton's attitude before the game and what they might do with it and how they might cause problems, and so it has materialised.
Well, the evidence is there when you see what they did against Liverpool and what they did against Arsenal, and they were really unlucky in both those games, but they're doing exactly the same again. Tough to beat, everyone with the right attitude, everyone prepared to put a shift in, everyone prepared to run 30 or 40 yards back, everyone prepared to tackle and go to war, basically. That's what they're prepared to do. The crowd are reacting to that, which is giving them that little bit more extra, that little bit more incentive. You can see they're closing down. They're closing down high up the pitch against the Manchester City team, which over the years we've seen so many teams sit back and try and soak up pressure. But such is the confidence there and the belief at that ground, they're prepared to go and press them high, and they're getting the rewards at the minute.
However, you have to maintain that energy as a player, don't you, for 100 minutes probably these days against the champions like that. All right, let's get straight back into it. They needed a big second half for Manchester City. A goal down, remember, at half-time. And those 2 goals inside 3 minutes did the job. First of all, from Bernardo Silva, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a quality player, but this is the difference, Rodri, is that he gets through the lines there, a little bit of skill, and there's a coming together there, both as bad as each other. I don't think that's a foul, him and Lockyer. But then the finish from Bernardo Silva is just quality. The way he guides it into the corner. He doesn't get it the first time, but he stays alive. Look, he's got half a second to think about that, to know what he's going to do. Knows where the goal is, and he just guides it with a little bit of bend on it in that into the corner, and the goalkeeper's got no chance.
Real quality, Jacob, from Bernardo Silva.
Real quality. I think because it comes at him so quickly, he has no time to think. So it's just getting that contact, find the corner, and obviously use defenders that are in the way as well.
And just to clear up, no foul. Luton wanted a foul on Tom Lockyer.
No foul. I mean, Lockyer plays the ball, but it's just a coming together. There's no way he can get it out of the way, and if anything, I'll be looking for a penalty there. But no, I think it's play on, and Bernardo give it what it deserves, because it was a good run from Rodri.
Now, Jack Grealish, the match winner. Why did you say it was such a big goal for Jack Grealish?
I just don't think he's had that big moment. You know, he's had nearly moments, even with the Man City game against Tottenham when he broke away at the end and the referee never played advantage. I think he needed a winning goal. And having a poor time, it's not the biggest occasion, you wouldn't think. But after not winning in 5, you know, it is a massive game. They needed to get back to winning ways. And I think you're dreaming for chances like this, Jacob.
Yeah, it ends up being a nice little tap in at the back post, but you've got to be in them positions to get the goal, and there he is.
How many of these you scored? A few of these, haven't you?
Should probably get in the back stick a bit more. I might have some more goals.
That's where you get your goals. I mean, Alan will tell you, 6-yard box. I mean, he scored most of his in there, didn't you, Al?
It's a brilliant ball in from Alvarez. No harm in putting the ball on the back of the net from 6 yards, by the way. But it's a fantastic ball in. I mean, the defender, Mengi, has an absolute nightmare. He's got to clear it with his left foot. You can't allow that ball to come across you. Yeah. Not against any player, let alone top quality players. I don't know why. He just doesn't clear it with his left foot. Obviously not comfortable in that situation, but it should be an easy clearance and no problem at all at this level. But you can't let it run across you in the 6-yard box.
Great shot of Grealish there, asking Alvarez, because he knew it was a chance. It could have been handball. Yeah. He asked him, was it handball? Handball? No.
Hit my chin.
Hit my chin. All right, now I can celebrate. Yeah.
Brilliant cross, though. I mean, how many times do you see players get into that position, either hit the front man, overhit the cross, but it was just perfect for him.
Now, there was a big talking point in that second half with a challenge by Jacob Brown on Phil Foden. The referee, Tim Robinson, didn't even give a foul. Yep. What do we think here?
I think it's a terrible decision from the referee. I think it's a terrible decision from the VAR, because that is everything they told us to protect players. High, out of control. I mean, every directive they say, that is a clear red card. I mean, he doesn't even give a foul. And then for the VAR not to tell him, I don't know, for me, it's a clear red card.
I know why he doesn't give it.
Why?
Because he doesn't give it out because they don't leave the floor. They think every tackle when someone leaves the floor, it has to be a red card or it has to be a foul, it has to be a booking. But and I know there's a big debate and you need to have played the game to be up there to help them. This occasion, you need to have played the game and to be up there to help them. This is a leg-breaking tackle. This is a career-ending tackle, and they haven't recognised this. Good job. Phil Foden's leg is off the floor. Yeah. If it's on the floor, planted, he snaps his leg in half there. That is a horrendous tackle, and they got it all wrong. You won't want to be on the end of that one, Jacob.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I don't see that as being a really difficult decision. I mean, the number of times that they looked at it. I'm trying not to get too angry because of the situation that we find ourselves in talking about it again. But for me, should have been a simple decision.
OK, we'll leave it there. We don't like an angry Alan Shearer. Not before Newcastle are about to play anyway. Right, let's get some reaction to Manchester City's return to winning ways. Here he is, the match winner, Jack Grealish.
Jack, congratulations. How much patience this one required, especially considering the way they defend with so many players in the box?
We needed a lot of patience. Obviously, I think we dominated the first half. I can't really remember them having too many chances, and then obviously, they get a goal at the end of the first half, which was obviously, a blow for us. And then, we come out second half, and that's what we were saying, between each other, that we need to, move the ball and not rush things. The more you move the ball, then the gaps open up, and I think that's what we did in the second half. Yeah,
when you create so many chances and you're not winning matches, you're 4 matches without a win, and you don't get the goal, and they get the goal, how do you not get anxious for second half?
No, listen, we've got the best manager in the world and world-class players, so that have dealt with a lot, during their career. So I think that's the time, that we have to use our experience. We have a lot of experienced players in there. We knew it was going to be one of them games, fair play to them. They're actually a really good team. I think better than a lot of people give them credit for, and obviously, coming here at this ground is difficult. Luckily, we got the job done.
And without Haaland, how pleased are you with the dynamics? Because, of course, it changes the dynamics up front.
Yeah, I think, this is one game today where, we would have been desperate for him, when the opposition team goes man for man, Erling's brilliant, to have up front. And I don't think a lot of teams in the world can leave any defender 1v1 with Erling, because he's so strong, his pace and stuff. So obviously Julian, was up there today and done brilliant. Got a really good assist for myself. So it's a good day.
How relieved are you to go back to winning form? Because you're obviously not used to getting four matches without a win, right, Jack?
Yeah, I don't think I've done that since I've arrived here. Listen, I think a lot of people, I think, like to talk about City and go on like it's a big crisis. Where in reality, we've played against very good teams. We've played Spurs, who have been unbelievable, Liverpool, who are top of the league, and then we played Chelsea away and Aston Villa away, who have got one of the best records in the whole of Europe. So we've played brilliant teams. We lost 1 and drew 3. It's not the end of the world, but I think people like to pretend it is sometimes. So I think within ourselves, we knew we had to keep calm today, and buzzing to get back to winning ways.
Well done.
Thank you.
They did stay calm. It's not the end of the world. Manchester City 4 off the top, but City got back to winning ways, much to Pep Guardiola's delight.
Are you relieved to get a win after those 4 draws, just because of all the noise around the team, in the media? I mean, does it reach a point sometimes where no matter how well the team is playing, if you're not getting the results, it can get into the players' heads?
No, you're right. When you make 4 games we didn't win, and we are not used to in the last year, so you want to be up there. Yeah, of course, it's been so important to break. But today the game we played was quite similar like we have done all the season, except Aston Villa, that they were better. And the rest was when we talk. So what you have done, I've done. But try it again. And of course, it has been important. We cannot deny it. So now we'll come back when we are not able to win. But now, of course, we were 6 points behind, 7 points behind before I started the game. Now we are 4, so we are a little bit closer than we were. And from my experience, in these years in this country, so the Premier League is so long, so it's never end.
Yeah, long way to go. Finally, Erling Haaland, are you hopeful this is a short-term issue for him? Do you know?
We don't know. We have a bone damage I don't know exactly.
Is his foot?
His foot, yeah. His foot, and that's why, we'll see. Day by day, week by week, and I don't think we'll be ready for Crystal Palace, and hopefully we can recover him for the World Cup.
Yeah, one more Premier League game to play, as Pep mentioned. They're at home to Crystal Palace. He's hopeful Haaland will be back for that. Then they go to the Middle East for the World Club Cup as the European champion. So the good news for Manchester City fans, it doesn't look long-term for Erling Haaland anyway.
Yeah, let's hope not for him and for Manchester City. But I mean, you don't get much from Pep anyway, do you? But so he's not certainly giving anything away re his injury. But it wasn't about performance today for Man City. It was about going out and getting the 3 points, no matter how. They've had to dig deep for them. They've got them and they're back on the winning road.
And when you hear Pep talk about his experience there, obviously he is trying to do it 4 years in a row for the first time ever. How much importance is that the manager and all of those players have been this course before?
It's experience, and he's experienced it now for multiple seasons. So he knows the journey that they're on. I think he's looking at this with no worries. The title's not decided right now. You're looking more towards March time, where that's where their table really starts forming in terms of the title race. So.
They're actually closer to the top now than they were at this stage last season, when, of course, they won the title. They've been there and done it, haven't they?
They've had a wobble, like Pep said. He's very honest in his appraisals of the game. I think the only team dominated them was Aston Villa with that fantastic home record. But for me, if I have to pick a winner of the Premier League, I'm going to say Man City, and I don't think the boys would disagree.
No, they've been there. They know how to get there.
Random thoughts on the match. Luton Town put up a resolute and brave fight at their home ground. Perhaps not surprising, as just last week they did just that against a very good Arsenal side, who just edged past them with a lucky 7 minutes past regulation time Declan Rice goal. They even went 1-0 up in the first half. Manchester City, without an injured Erling Haaland, managed to come back in the second half. Rodri showed his class as usual, and they do miss him, which was clear since Man City have lost all their matches this season without him in the team. Bernardo Silva, who was excellent as he usually is, scored a marvellous equaliser in the 62nd minute. Then Jack Grealish finished off with a welcome match-winning goal in the 65th minute. 3 draws and a loss in the previous 4 games might sound not typical of Manchester City, but they finished the weekend with 4 points off league leaders Liverpool. It would be foolish to write them off just yet, because they usually go on a run in the latter part of the season. One standout talking point, again regarding VAR and refereeing decision, is the foul by Jacob Brown on Phil Foden. This is a clear howler as Brown was jumping on Foden with both feet off the ground. This should have been a red card. It is a leg-breaking challenge. Yet, the referee did not even give a foul and VAR did not intervene, which they should have. Will this be another nail in the coffin for VAR remains to be seen.